Hi everyone. So, let's just say I wanted to make this video after seeing on the homepage a video of a certain of a YouTuber who I do not know and do not care about, making a video of how a certain game was ruined. And I was like, you have gotta be kidding me. Now, I just want to say this. I really do not understand why people just so happen to make videos about certain games, movies, or like a certain character, or just real life things in general, like clothing, food, or something, are apparently ruined or bad. Like, I just don't understand it. I mean, sure, there might be flaws, but at the same time, it's mostly okay. It's good. Especially if it was like, I don't know, months, years ago when these things came out. Like, why are you getting so upset about it? I don't understand you. Sometimes I just feel like people in general are just point saying negative things about certain things or people, all because they're unhappy with themselves. And I feel like it's extremely pathetic. I honestly do not understand why people even do this to begin with. It feels absolutely underwhelming and, in my eyes, just stupid. Almost immature. Now, as for someone like me who's 20 years old, Hispanic, straight, and speaks their mind about the world around them and how certain things are in life, I'm speaking through my mind. This is me. I'm talking right now. So listen. It makes me underwhelmed. I mean, I completely understand, especially in certain ways, that a certain something like in media, like games, movies, TV shows, or if it's like certain characters from those specific types of media or real life things like food or clothing aren't 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 made for everyone and everyone is not going to like them, obviously, but I just don't care because I like a certain thing and I like a certain character, especially if they're race swapped or gender bent. And if someone has to have the audacity to talk about this character in a negative way, then I'm just going to say this. Why do you care? Why? Why do you care? For example, when I was little, I used to see gender bent characters and maybe even a few race swapped characters in the past, and I thought they were nice. I thought it was creative. And they're just made from people who just like to have fun or are creative or just think certain stuff is interesting. Trying something new, maybe. And that's good. But if something is official in a certain media where a character is race swapped or a character being gender bent, apparently people freak out like it's the end of the world or something. I don't understand why people even react to this way. Like, for example, Halle Bailey as Ariel. I have talked about this multiple times, and I'm just gonna say this. When I first heard about Halle Bailey being Ariel in the live-action Little Mermaid, I was completely okay with it. I think that Halle Bailey is absolutely beautiful, and I think she might be and I think she might be a good and I think she might do good in the role regardless of what happens. And I was right to do so. Because regardless if Ariel was black and if her hair wasn't red enough, or that people thought that she wasn't good to play as Ariel because she didn't look like the original, I swear to God. First off, the most obvious thing why she was cast as Ariel was because of her voice, her singing voice, and the fact that she embodied the character's personality. Now, if a character is race swapped or gender bent, but if they're able to, like, I don't know, embody the original, their personality or the things that they do in the story, then that's good. That's almost a relief. And if you're offended by a certain character being race swapped or even gender bent, then I don't know what the hell you're even thinking about, especially right now. I'm okay with with characters being gender swapped or race swapped because it has been a thing for like years, even decades, and why are people even complaining about it now? I just don't understand it. Like, for example, I have my own character, and I made a gender bent version of her and race swapped different ethnicities. And she's still the same character. She's still mostly a teenager with orange hair, blue eyes, and freckles. And she is a serial killer in love with a boy she likes. Almost like a yandere. So, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with people. I mean, sure, if certain people like the original, like the character in their original the original media, that's totally fine. I completely understand your opinion, and if you don't like this version of the character, either they're race swapped or gender swapped, it's fine. It's fine. But, and I just want to say this, do not, and I mean do not, be an absolute asshole about it. Even if you have to even if you have to open your goddamn mouth and just say a long-winded conversation to me, it's not gonna please me in any way. In fact, I wouldn't even care. And still stick with my opinions. I like this version of the character regardless, and that's final. I don't care if they're gender swapped or race swapped or whatever. I like this character regardless. I like them. And let me just say this. Even if you, I really hated it when people complain about this, about mostly characters being race swapped, mostly race swapped into black people. And sometimes people say that that people complaining about these characters being changed to people of color are racist, or that they just don't think that having a race swapped character would replace the original. I have no words. First off, a new version of a certain character does not replace the original. It's addition, not subtraction. I mean, hello. And I like people of color. I like people who are either boys or girls. And I like people of sexuality. I'm okay if a character is gender swapped or race swapped, because it's also been a thing for like years at this point. Get over it. I just want to say this. If you don't like a certain adaptation of something that you love, either because it's boring or if you just hate it in general, then why did you even bother watching it in the first place? If you think it's boring and if you just hate it, then it's not supposed to be for you. It wasn't even made for you to begin with if you don't like it. It's made for fans, and you have to deal with it. Or certain people who would actually like it, even if they were fans or not. And if I don't like a certain type of media, but the only thing that I would like is the characters and how they look and how their personalities are. I like those certain characters not because of the certain media they came in or their story, but because of how they look and their personalities. And that's a good thing. If you like a character regardless, then that's fine. I just, like I said in the beginning, I really do not understand why people even hate something for some weird reason. Either it's because they're unhappy with themselves and just letting out their anger on some certain something online. I honestly don't know what to think of it. It's pathetic. Extremely pathetic. But like I said a few times in this video, I'm okay with characters being race swapped or gender swapped. I like these versions. I like the versions of these characters, and that's final. Do you understand? Okay, I'm Hispanic, straight, and 20 years old, and a boy. And I don't care about... I don't care if a character is gender swapped or race swapped. I like them regardless. Deal with it! Okay, that's all for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Tomorrow. Okay. I'm gonna go now.